Hey members, so here I'm gonna bring you a video, an update, late update on Bitcoin versus US dollar. I'm on the 4-hour candles from Bitfinex as usual. We have been discussing this movement and everything about Bitcoin on the premium group on Telegram, but I'm gonna make this video anyways, just in case you were sleeping or not online, and you can see, you're gonna miss the discussion. So I'm just gonna make this video so everyone can see it whenever they come online. So basically this triangle finally broke, and it broke violent as expected. It was more probable to break in the downside than in the upside, but it broke in the upside because, as always, there's nothing 100% reliable in technical analysis. If there was a way to predict a movement with 100% accuracy, anyone would put their entire bank account in the trade, right? I would sell my apartment, I would put my entire net worth in this trade, and I would be a billionaire. This is not how it works. It's never 100%. Otherwise, anyone would be a billionaire, right? And then it wouldn't work because some people has to lose as well. So that's what happened. It broke in the opposite direction than the direction that was more probable, as it happens sometimes, although it doesn't happen as often as breaking in the direction that it's supposed to break, since this was a continuation pattern. Now the target in the upside was reached. The target from this, you get it from the highest point to the lowest point within the triangle, and then you put this right at the breakout where it broke out, and that was the exact target, and that target was reached. And so you can see here, and now, surprise, surprise, this was exactly the line, the main trend line that we have here acting as a resistance. So I readjusted this line. I had it a little bit lower, but I just readjusted to the best of my ability. So it's exactly from the all-time highs, and then to this higher peak here, and then extending it. So we are still inside this downtrend channel, this main downtrend, but some time ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago maybe, I made a video that I can't find. I would play it, but I can't find it. But anyways, I was saying, if you remember, that if the 50-week moving average held, which is exactly where we are at, bouncing on the 50-week moving average, I was comparing this bounce here. If this was going to bounce here, that would be exactly like in previous bubbles. When it bounced here on the 50-week moving average, it happened in other bubbles as well, but in this chart I can only show this one. It's usually when after a bubble bursts, it goes down, and then it bounces on the 50-week moving average, and then we have a major bounce, a major rise here, but it's only temporary, as you can see here. So it did bounce hard. It took a while to bounce here, as you can see. We had a quick bounce here, then back down, and it was like 3 weeks here deciding if this 50-week moving average was going to hold or not. Very similar situation to the one we had today. And then finally it went up like crazy. So it started to rise like crazy. And actually it was exactly when it broke out of this downtrend line. The main downtrend line that we have going on today is the exact same thing happening again. So I would say we are here, maybe we retrace, but what I was saying in that video 2 weeks ago is, I said, next time this main line is tested, it'll probably break like it happened here in this previous bubble, because lines are usually broken at the third try. So you can see here it was 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. And it's exactly what happened in the current situation. It was, you see the idea, 1 time, 2 times, and now it's going to be the 3rd time. So the 3rd time is when trend lines are usually broken. So I would expect if this line breaks, is what I said in my other video that I can't find. I said next time this line is tested, it'll probably break through it. And if this is the case, if it does break through it, I would expect a rise here. I'm not calling for a bull market. I'm not calling for a reversal and from here we go bullish. I wish it would happen, but I'm not calling for that. It's still not the most probable scenario. The most probable scenario is that this breaks through, showing a violent, pump here. It's gonna pump hard to some point. I mean, we have super strong resistance at 9,000, 10,000, and 12,000. So if we get to 12,000, I'm selling some of my Bitcoin. Right now, me personally, I'm not doing anything. I'm not trading here. I'm not doing anything. I mean, you guys know I don't day trade. I try to go for the longer swings. But, so I'm not buying or going long or anything. If we get to 12,000, I will for sure be selling some. My last entry was all the way down to around 4,800, something like that. So I would be selling, maybe I would even sell at 10,000 a little bit. And if we break 10,000, if we can get to 12,000, which I like, that's a little bit wishful thinking at this stage. But if we do get there, I'm for sure selling, and I don't care what happens after. I would be selling before 12,000. Sorry, I have to be specific here. I have to be careful with what I say, because I don't think it's going to get to 12,000. If it gets close, you see how none of these candles even touched 12,000. So this is going to be super strong resistance here. So if we get near this area, I would be selling, taking profit from what I bought down there. So, and I don't care what happens after. If we break above that, and if we start having confirmations of an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, then I'm happy to get back in anytime in the future, or continue to hold what I have. I have quite a lot. I didn't even sell that much really here in the highs. I didn't want to sell anymore at that moment. And then when we, after we are all the way down here, I kind of regret, because it's human. It's human. I cannot, I can't avoid it. I still have, emotions. I'm not a robot. So I never wanted to sell any more than what I did sell here. I didn't need the money or anything. So I thought, I'll just hold, like many of us do. But then when we are at these low levels, I was like, shit, I should have sold more, because, then I have all this time to buy, the same amount back in for less money. Anyways, if we get to 12,000 or near, I think at 10,000, maybe I sell a little bit if we get there. If we get to 12, I would be selling a little bit more, and I don't care what happens after, but that's we're still far away from that. So if we go back to the 4 hours to be a little bit more specific, the point is that I think this line, this main downtrend resistance, this time it'll be broken. It might, we might need to fight a little bit here, but it's been tested. This is going to be the third time that's tested, so third time lines are usually broken. If we use the Fibonacci tool, the Fibonacci retracement from the breakout to the target at the top here, that was an impressive movement. So I would say we can, very likely we're going to retrace 50% of this vertical movement, and 50% is down to 7,500 more or less, which is main support. It's been main resistance until now, and now it became significant support. So these are the retracement support lines that you can expect that the price is going to react to. So we have 7,660. The next one is 7,500. If this one doesn't hold, then it would be 7,400, and if not, 7,200. These are the lines that you can expect to find support. I think the most significant one for me is 7,500, and from here we will see. So the bias now is that this line might break, but it's a very dangerous situation to be day trading. I mean, day trading is very dangerous. I'm not going to do it. Like, I stopped doing that for a very long time. I learned my lesson trading Forex and commodities with day trading, and now I only do swing trades where I can hold for an average of 2 or 3 months each trade. It's so much easier. You save a lot of stress, and you don't need to use margin trading or anything like that. So this is the situation for me right now. I think we are at the exact same point we were in that bubble in 2013, the one I just showed, and then and the one I talked about in that past video. Guys, I hope this is informative. I don't know what else to say. It's waiting time. I think that this will break. Once this line breaks, I mean, if we see a continuation in volume, then it's very probable we're going up to, I would like to say 9,000, the first target, but I mean, it's soon to say. I'm gonna have to be updating on this day by day. So guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.